Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashoda Nandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hari Bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Haraye Nama, Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hari Haraye Nama, Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Oh Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Oh Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudhana. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudhana. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan. Ah, Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hari Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nittai Gauranga, Nittai Gauranga. Nittai, 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 Nittai Gauranga. Nittai Gauranga Bolo Gaura Hare. Patita Pavana Gaura Hare. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare. Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare. Patita Pavana Gaura Hare. Nittai Gaura Haribal, 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 Haribal. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Pariprajagacharya Ashtottara Satashi Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Srila Prabhupada ki, Prabhupada Anoga ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Very happy to be here in New Govardhana farm. I'll speak a little bit about myself. I won't blow my trumpet, but I'll squeak it. I am from south of India, deep south. I do some preaching along with His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj and Panu Swami Maharaj there as zonal secretaries in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. This is my official responsibility. I also look after the BBT and publish books and do like that. And otherwise I also loaf around quite a bit, move around here and there. And generally help with projects. We're developing some projects down in the south. and such places. That's a brief intro to me. So I dared sit on this asana and speak to you. Okay. So I just came to know that this is a shloka for today. Would you like to chant the shloka along? Okay. We are reading from Bhagavad-gita as it is, chapter 2, text 6. Nachaitad vidmah kataram no gariyo yadva jayema yadiva no jayeyuhu yan eva hatva na jijivishamas te avastitaha pramukhe dhartarashtraha. That's easy, right? Not much better. Not much of a tongue twister. Okay, let's do it slowly. Na chaitat vidmah kataranna gariyo. Na chaitat vidmah kataranna gariyo. Yadva jayema yadiva no jayeyuhu. Yadva jayema yadiva no jayeyuhu. Yaneva hatva na jijivishamas. Yan eva hatva na jijivisamas. Te avastitaha pramukhe dhartarashtraha. Te avastitaha pramukhe dhartarashtraha. One more. Na chaitad vidmah kataranno gariyo. Yadva jayema yadiva no jayeyuhu. Yaneva hatva na jijivishamas. Te avastitaha pramukhe dhartarashtraha. You want to try it? Anybody? Na chaitat vidmah kataranna gariyo. Yadvana jayema yajayeyu. Yan eva hatvana jijivishamas. Te avastitaha pramukhe dhartarashtraha. Na jaitad vidmah kadaranna garisho. Emalivana jayehu. What right? Go ahead. Na chaitat vidmah kataranna gariyo. Yadva jayema yadiva na jayeyuhu. Yan eva hatva na jijivisamas. Te avastitha pramukhe dhartarashtraha. Okay? Na, nor, cha, also, etat, this, vidmaha, do we know Katarat, which Naha for us, Gariyah, better, Yatva, whether, Jayema, we may conquer, Yadi, if, Va, or, Naha, us, Jayejuhu, they conquer, Yan, those who, Eva, certainly, Hatva, by killing, Na, never, Jijivisamaha, we would want to live, Te, all of them, Avastitaha, are situated, Pramukhe, in the front, Dhartarashtraha, the sons of Dhritarashtra. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation, nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. If we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. Purport, Arjuna did not know whether he should fight and risk unnecessary violence, although fighting is the duty of the Kshatriyas, or whether he should refrain and live by begging. If he did not conquer the enemy, begging would be his only means of subsistence. Nor was there certainty of victory, because either side might emerge victorious. Even if victory awaited them and their cause was justified, still, if the sons of Dhritarashtra died in battle, it would be very difficult to live in their absence. Under the circumstances, that would be another kind of defeat for them. All these considerations by Arjuna definitely proved that not only was he a great devotee of the Lord, but he was also highly enlightened and had complete control over his mind and senses. His desire to live by begging, although he was born in the royal household, is another sign of detachment. He was truly virtuous, as these qualities, combined with his faith in the words of instruction of Sri Krishna, his spiritual master, indicate. It is concluded that Arjuna was quite fit for liberation. Unless the senses are controlled, there is no chance of elevation to the platform of knowledge. And without knowledge and devotion, there is no chance of liberation. Arjuna was competent in all these attributes over and above his enormous attributes in his material relationships. Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnana Timirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jayasi Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. This is a wonderful shloka from the second chapter, wherein Arjuna is able to unburden his chest and explain to Krishna, what is the reason for the confusion he has. Confused, flummoxed, undecided, and a very weakening situation, even for such a greatly talented person. His greatness is explained by Prabhupada in the purport here. Although you may be very rich, you may be very well-to-do, you may be very talented, you may be very expert, you are challenged in life with situations wherein you don't know how to act, right? And you will be tied up in knots, come make a decision. I call that the Arjuna moment of your life. Arjuna is having a moment of indecision. All of us have these Arjuna moments in our life, yes or no? Right? Even the smallest guy, in the smallest situation that he is in, don't know what to do, how to do it. And Arjuna is in a deep mess internally. Why? Because dharma, which he is as a Kshatriya meant to protect, he knows it when it is black and white. It's easy to decide. This guy is an enemy. This guy is with me. This guy did this and therefore he's on this side. It's easy to. The problem comes when there are gray areas. It's not always black and white. There's a very simple way of putting it across. It's not black and white, it's gray. Because those people who taught him, his teachers, his relatives, and are all on the other side, and he is to see them as black and shoot from the white platform with Krishna on it. So he says, that's difficult for me to do because I don't see them as black. They're my relatives. And if I did kill them, I will lose them. And what's the purpose of living after that? What's the impetus for living and enjoying something, enjoying booty, that you've acquired after a sinful action? I'm too guilty, I'll be too guilty to be able to enjoy it. So he was analyzing all these things very nicely. Because he's a nicely cultured personality. And he needs to think before he acts. He needs to think before he acts. And he wants to make sure that he's doing the right thing. He's doing the right thing. And that's the reason why he says to Krishna, Sishyaste ham shadimam tvam prapannam. I don't think I can do this myself. So although you have been my good friend, Bhaktosi me sakacheti rahasyam hi etad uttamam. Krishna made a statement saying that you're not only my devotee, you're also my friend, Bhakta Sakha. So therefore I'm speaking this rahasyam, this secret to you, this confidential stuff to you. Because you can take it. Why? Because you're my friend, you'll believe what I say. You have faith in me, you trust me. Right? And then you happen to be my devotee. And only my devotee gets to know this. So I'll reveal this secret to you. And by knowing this, you'll get out of this confounding situation that you're in. So Krishna is giving a prize jewel of a solution. Why? Because I know you and I want to help you. I want to help you out of it. So, Arjuna moments of our life, we need counselors and mentors like Krishna, who can see the truth who have gone through it, who know it like the back of their hand, and can tell you, do this. Rarely do we find such characters in the world. And if they are pure devotees of the Lord, and that's what Krishna is giving as a prescription also in the Bhagavad-gita. You go and hear from such a person who knows. Tattva-darshi. Tattva means the truth, darshi means he has seen it. He has seen the truth. So, Arjuna is not able to understand, but he is given the power to understand by the blessing of Krishna. And he cracks it. It's very interesting to know that he answers all the wonderful questions of Arjuna. Krishna answers. And at the end of it, he does check up with Arjuna. Nashtamoha, he says, Tvayekagrena chetasa. Did you hear it properly? The answers that I gave to your questions. Right? And then Krishna checks up. Did you hear? You want to hear anything more? And then Arjuna answers that, no, I've got it. Nashta moha, my illusion is gone. Smritir labdha, I've got to understand the truth. I've regained my memory. Tvat prasadat maya achyuta, by your mercy, O Achyuta. Sthito asmi gata sandeha, I am free from doubt. I am situated in knowledge. Karishe vachanam tava, I have decided to act as you say. It's not that, I know what to do now, okay, see ya, thank you very much for the advice, and I'm going to act on my own. I know now, I've become very smart. No, the last line is very important. He said, I'll do like you say. Karishe vachanam tava. I'm not running away from you saying that I know what to do now. I will go by what you say. Right? This is very important to know. So, Arjuna followed Krishna's instructions and became illusion free. He became free from confusion. So therefore, it's easy to repeat the Bhagavad-gita slokas, get it by heart and repeat it. But to actually understand it, apply it in your life, and get solutions to it, that's a whole different thing. We need somebody who is confident about it, who is applying it and actually doing it in life. And Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada was one such person. He cracked open the mystery of the Gita, he laid it open, and he said, this is the meaning of this, confirmed. He said all these things, and he pushed us forward. He said, you chant Hare Krishna, you do the following things as Krishna has mentioned, and you will see things happen to you. So someone can ask us, no, I've been doing that for so long. I've been doing that for so long. And it didn't happen. But it happened for Arjuna in a snap. It seems the Bhagavad-gita was spoken for about some 45 minutes or less than 1 hour. Less than 1 hour, because it's an emergency advice on the battlefield. People are waiting to go into war, and they are just, feeling frisky. When can I shoot my arrows and kill the enemy and fight? And in between these two guys were talking on the battlefield. What are they doing? Delaying the war. So it's like conversation happening quick, fast. So this entire 700 shlokas happened within such a short time. You can imagine what an expression it would have been. And how fast Arjuna also understood it. He must have been a very intelligent person. Think fast and understand fast. And then in the end say, I got it. Okay, let's go. Let's kill my teacher Drona. Let's kill my, great-grandfather Bhishma, ready to do it because I'm through. So that was fast. But we will take time. We will take time to get to understand and then try it out and then apply it and then gradually do it. So sometimes it takes time. Prabhupada said it takes several lifetimes sometimes. It may take lifetimes, but that depends on the person and his enthusiasm to get into it and fully absorb himself inside it. So, the logic that Arjuna is employing and coming to a conclusion that I cannot do it. So 4 things happened here. One is to recognize that I am having an Arjuna moment. In other words, first of all, to recognize that you have a problem. You know, mostly people think I can do it. You know, I'll crack it down, break it into smaller arguments, and or I'll go to so-and-so person and I'll find out and I'll do this. Mostly people start off thinking that I know how to do it. I know how to do it. And they try to do it. But more fundamental is to understand that I have a problem, which means that I cannot do it myself. That itself takes a long time to understand that I have a problem and I can't do it. And the next thing is, since I've understood that I have a problem, I should not try to do it myself. This is a type of a problem that I can't do it myself. I need to seek a mentor, a counselor. I need a guru to acknowledge that, agree to that. And the next thing is to seek a bona fide guru, a person whom you know for sure can do it. The bona fide guru, Sat Guru, it is mentioned in Sanskrit. Not that anybody who's got the name of a Satguru is actually a Satguru, but really bona fide Guru coming in the line. And then you approach him, there is a methodology how to do that, and seek from him submissively, humbly. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. That also Krishna is telling you how to approach such a person. Pranipatena, submissively, humbly, sevaya, and render service to him. This is the educational system. It's not that you pay some money up as fees and then you teach me, here's the money. It doesn't work like that. Right? That is very easy to do. It's easy to give money. Money is cheap. In this traditional education, money is cheap. But it's very difficult to be pranipatena and sevaya mode. Submissive mode and I'm willing to serve you. Because only by doing these 2 things is the preceptor, the guru, the teacher convinced that you can be taught. When you're able to do this, then you can be taught. See, that's why education was free. In the Vedic system of education, education was free, which we understand today as mean you are not charged any money. You don't have to pay in any material value at all. Because what is asked of you is something much greater than just material value. Pranipatena sevaya. This is far more difficult to give. But only then education actually occurs. The transfer of knowledge actually occurs. These are the deeper imports of this. And that's why he is first going through his own logic and his own way of explanations. And it's very amazing that Krishna simply sits and listens to all his logic. In the whole first chapter and the beginning of the second chapter. You just listen to it. Doesn't say a word. Doesn't say a word. It's very interesting. A very good management principle. They tell you, don't advise unless you are asked for it. Don't open your mouth. Don't open your mouth unless he seriously wants advice from you. Let him ask of it. That's at least a little bit of pranipatena sevaya. Help me. Let him at least say that much. So in management they tell you don't advise unless you are asked to do so. And you'll see Krishna will not speak a word. He'll just watch all the logic, and these are the reasons, our family dynasty is like this, and now, all of that will be spoiled, the tradition will be spoiled, we'll be involved in sinning, and this, he gives all points, 6 different, points of conviction, and then finally he throws his bowl, actually, I don't know. Sishyaste ham shadi mam tvam prapannam. At the end of it, he says, I surrender to you. Accept me as your disciple. He tries everything on his own, and then he decides that this is not something that I can do. I can't do it. So, Krishna is the ultimate mentor. Prabhupada explained that Krishna is Adi Guru, the original Guru. And then Krishna runs his agencies. He has his place in your heart as Antaryami Guru, as Paramatma in the heart. And he comes in front of you as a sadhu whom you may just meet and out of curiosity ask some questions of him, and you may get interested. Or he comes as, for a serious person, he comes as his Siksha Guru, his Diksha Guru, his Vartama Pradarshaka Guru. Various types of agencies Krishna has got. And our powerful Acharya like Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada, he is also a Guru, a foundational Guru. And in this way we can take advantage of all these different agencies of Krishna, get to understand the truth, get to understand the solution to what our problems are. So first is to understand I have a problem, that is recognizing the problem. And the second one is to understand that I can't solve this myself. I need the help of a guru and the input, and for that there are conditions. Pranipatena sevaya is important. And therefore I will surrender myself and I will render humble service so that the guru can actually confer knowledge to me, and then with that knowledge I shall act, because that's the instruction. Karishye vachanam tava. I will act as you've said, and I will act. I'll also act according to what you said, not according to my own whim and fancy. I think that this would have been better than what you told me. I don't act in some other way. I will karishye vachanam tava. Exactly like you said, I'll act. In this way I become successful. So these are all, systematically understood by Arjuna. And he executes it, and he's victorious. He's victorious in the end. He was so confused in the beginning. And then it's not that he didn't go through many challenges in between. He went through a lot of challenges. He lost his 5 sons. He lost his eldest son Abhimanyu, and he went through a lot of problems. It's not that Krishna told him, I spoke the Bhagavad-gita, no, nothing will happen to you, you'll be happily executing it. No, he went through challenges. And it's not that he turned around to Krishna and said, listen, you're my friend, you're my chariot driver, you just spoke the Bhagavad-gita to me, you didn't tell me these things are going to happen to me, that my son will die, that my 5 children will die, the Pandavas' 5 kids were killed by Ashwatthama. You didn't tell me all this. He didn't ask questions like that. He didn't ask him those type of questions. Because he understood in reality how it would be. But in the end he was victorious. As far as the war goes, he is victorious. As far as his life goes, he became victorious. He became a good instrument of instituting dharma. And he became personally also happy. In the sense at the end he became self-realized. He went back to Godhead. All these things happened to him. You see, all these things happened to him. Here, moralists and people who are ethically oriented would interpret this as a humane attitude of Arjuna. That Arjuna is not only dry spiritual guy, he's humane. He has consideration for his relatives. right? Sometimes we are pitted against making choices between being spiritual and being humane. And sometimes in the ISKCON movement, we take decisions and people think that it's not at all a humane decision. It's a cold spiritual decision. A cold-hearted spiritual decision, so-called. And you're always trying to balance these things together. And that's happening to Arjuna. He said, how can I shoot people who have been teaching me? And it's difficult for me. It's morally wrong. It's in principle traditionally wrong. It's not dharmic to harm people who have given you something. So he has humanity and all those things part of it. But then Krishna gives reasons, amazing reasons. The Bhagavad-gita is not an ordinary, simple problem. That Arjuna's problem is not, it's a very complex problem. It's got many factors and it's got sociology, it's got dharma, it's got humanity in it, it's got all sorts of problems in it. That's why it's complex. And Krishna splits it open, examines it, and convinces Arjuna in many ways. That's why when we read Bhagavad-gita, we get spiritually nurtured and we feel we can take such a decision. That requires some amount of spiritual maturity also. Because why? Krishna is telling him to kill. That's why people analyze and read the Bhagavad-gita. When they understand the Bhagavad-gita according to moral, ethical considerations, they are confused. They don't know how to understand it. And mostly you get the negative comments on Bhagavad-gita. But it takes somebody like Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada in contemporary times to explain this is how to look at it. It's got a greater vision. And Arjuna goes through it and he asks those questions. Because the previous thing is saying, you see, Gurun hatva hi mahanubhavan cheyo bhoktum bhakshamapiha loke. Mahanubhavan. It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers. Even though desiring worldly gain, they are superiors. If they are killed, everything we enjoy will be tainted with blood. How can I enjoy that? So these are moral, ethical considerations, cultural considerations, and all that. So he had good humanity involved in it, humane considerations, traditional, cultural, all of them put together. But in the end, he did it. He did what Krishna asked him to do, to shoot at Dronacharya, to shoot at Kripacharya. He shot. He killed Bhishma. It's the same Arjuna who killed Bhishma by keeping Shikhandi in front. And these are amazing people. Their morality and nobility is very deep. Bhishma cannot be killed. He's a very powerful personality. It's very interesting to see what this means. A very powerful personality. He even fought Parashurama and defeated Parashuram, the incarnation of the Lord. When he took Amba and Ambalika and all the three of those Mahabharata from the Swayamvara, he took them and came so that his mother's other sons can be married. So he went for the Swayamvara and he brought the ladies, and one of them turned out to be a person who was already in love with another, Shalya. So she said, I cannot marry, I've already given my heart to so-and-so. And she was asked to go back, and when she went back, Shalya rejected her. And then so she is like, neither here nor there, thrown between the devil and the deep sea, as they say. And so she did not know what to do, and so she became angry, and she told, Parashuram and the sages, and Parashuram said, you got to marry her. You're the reason for it. So Bhishma said, no, I've taken a vow, I'll never marry. So I can't marry. And so he said, then you'll have to fight me. Then he fought Parashurama, and he overcame Parashurama. So Parashurama bowed out of it. And Amba had no other choice but to go into deep meditation. And she gave up her body. And in her next life, she came as Shikhandi. I'll avenge my, situation that you put me in. And she came as Shikandi, and she was a, transgender, actually. She, changed her gender 2, 3, 4 times. You'll read this in the Mahabharata. So Bhishma said that I, as a warrior, will never pick up arms against somebody who is like 50% this and 50% that. I won't pick up arms. It's a code, Kshatriya code, that I'll lay my arms down. That's when I'll become weak. So because the Pandavas went and asked Bhishma, right in the beginning, you already blessed us that we will be successful. Number one. Number two, how can we kill you? They asked a direct question. You'll see this in the Mahabharata. How can we kill you? So Bhishma thought, these guys are really smart. They have come to me and they are my students. I taught them and I have blessed them that you will be successful in the war. So they're coming and asking me, so how to kill you? So he told them, I'll tell you, but not now. It's not the strategic time for me because I also got a duty in my side. So, he managed that I will answer your question, but not now. And then later at the right time, they went and asked, so you told us that we should ask at this time. How? Then he said that if you put Shikandi in front and shoot me, that's the time you can get me. Why? I lay my arms down if you put Shikandi in front. That time you can shoot me. And that's what Arjuna did. He put Shikandi in the front and shot from behind Shikandi. So when Shikandi was in the front and he was very thrilled, oh my gosh, I'm going to get you. And so there's a whole discussion about Bhishma died out of Shikandi's arrows or Arjuna's arrows. Shikandi was saying, I am the one who shot him. I am the one who shot him. Because I was born for that, to shoot him and avenge. But Bhishma said, no, a Kshatriya will not die with arrows of a woman warrior. I died out of Arjuna's arrows. Because I told him that you shoot me, I'll die from your arrows. And then Arjuna's the one who shot him and made a whole bed of arrows that he fell on. So that's another moral ethical discussion about many people saying, no, he died out of Shikandi's arrows and all that. But Bhishma claimed that as a Kshatriya I died out of Arjuna's arrows. So these were noble men. And he could tell him that this is the way to kill me. And he died like that. Nobility. So these are very high-class individuals we are talking about. Arjuna, not just a small-time guy. Intellectually, spiritually, morally, dharmically, ethically, everything very high class. And therefore this conversation that he's having with Krishna is labeled as a crucial conversation. There are high stakes in a crucial conversation. There are deep emotions involved. And there are strong opposing opinions. If you want to sit and talk Ukraine and Russia war, then you need to have a crucial conversation. There are high stakes, there's opposing feelings, there's a history behind. Or Gaza, you call Palestinians and the Jews to come and talk together. You need to, bloody well have a serious understanding of the whole history. And if you want to be a mediator, you got it, boy. It's not so easy. It's a crucial conversation. So even Bhagavad-gita is a crucial conversation. And we all have these crucial situations in our lives. We have a lot of things invested in it. That's why if you look at it like a crucial conversation, it's happening in everybody's lives to a higher or a lesser degree. And that's why these statements of Arjuna are very important. They are part of the crucial conversation. He's talking about what is the stake in it for me. Morally, ethically, in terms of my career as a Kshatriya, as soldier, what will he do, what will he not do, and my family, my tradition. And he's talking about the stakes he has, right? And Krishna is very nicely harmonizing it and giving instructions. So these things occur quite often. Humanity and spirituality and dharma and all these things put together in various. And Krishna urges him to take decisions accordingly. Because after he speaks the Bhagavad-gita, Arjuna is put to test. Karna is on the battlefield trying to adjust his chariot which has fallen to a big pit. And that time Krishna is saying, shoot him now. He said, no, he's not on the rath. He's not on this vehicle. He's not armed. Is this the time to shoot him? Will I not be sinning? He said, no. No. Because you will never get him otherwise. Strategically, this is the time to shoot him. My gosh, Krishna is advising immoral stuff. Very unethical. Against battle laws, against Kshatriya laws. But Krishna said, remember, this guy, you don't need to think like that. He is the person who advised disrobing your wife in the public. He's the guy who gave the idea to Duryodhana. Take away your clothes. This man who is known to be Dhanya Virya Shurya Karna, who is highly charitable and highly heroic Kshatriya, that person, he did this. So, what type of a dharma do you want to, check out for shooting him? He doesn't deserve that. And then Arjuna shot him. So, advise as a mentor to Arjuna. Sometimes people discuss these things, moral, ethical stuff. They never get it. They don't get it unless you understand what Krishna is saying in terms of bhakti, in terms of devotion, what he is actually saying. So when you see these statements made by Arjuna, you will see that he has reasons to think so. But the solutions given by Krishna, they are of a different type and nature. It's something that we need to know. We need to know in life. So sometimes people think these are very controversial things, controversial statements. And it's difficult to relate and harmonize. But if you read Bhagavad-gita carefully, Krishna harmonizes on the basis of bhakti and devotion. Om Tat Sat. I will stop here with 1 minute left for 6 p.m. Any comments or questions? Yeah, go ahead. Is there a tissue or something when you wipe your nose? Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for the wonderful class and thank you for coming to New Govardhana. You said earlier that Krishna is ultimate mentor. And I was wondering because as we read Bhagavad-gita and we want to apply it to our life, but sometimes there's small little things that bothers us because it's seemingly too little things, so we don't want to even bother guru or sadhus to discuss this. So how can we apply this knowledge to really daily life, even seemingly little things that, how can you apply this wisdom ourselves?
Yeah, so
yeah.
Small things in life. There's a famous Pulitzer Prize winner, author. You've heard of a lady called Arundhati Roy from India. She's a great writer, activist and speaker and all that. She wrote a book called The Lord of Small Things. The Lord of Small Things. Of course, she's, I think, a little atheistic, and but that title makes a lot of sense. In the Bhagavad-gita, Krishna says that even small things, I'm the one who's helping you. He makes that statement in Bhagavad-gita. Yogakshemam vahamiham. You know that famous shloka? which in India, the Life Insurance Corporation uses that, Yogakshemam Vahamya. We will help you. Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. That, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. This is the shloka. For one who is always depending on me, thinking of me, ananya chinta means doesn't think of other things, doesn't have anybody else to put his faith in this thing in. For him, I carry what he lacks and deliver what he doesn't have. Okay? And then Prabhupada gives a famous story of that Arjunacharya, that simple Brahmana, who also had the same doubt. What? All small things also Krishna does for me? Does he give me my everyday food? I go around as a Brahmana, I go and ask a bhiksha, and some days I get, some days I don't get. You mean to say Krishna is involved in that? Obviously he's not involved. It's my effort. Something like that he had. He's a very intelligent man, but he was thinking like that, and he underlined the shloka, Yogakshemam Vahamyaham, and put an exclamatory mark on the Bhagavad-gita, because he was thinking about it. So he went to take his noon bath before, and he also went to beg, so that he can bring something home and his wife will cook. Very simple Brahmana. Don't think this is about beggars and all that, because there were no beggars in Vedic society. But a Brahmana will only ask bhiksha and take food. He was not considered to be begging because there were no beggars. Food was free, education was free, everything was free. Nobody was hungry, nobody was without knowledge. In that climate, you can see the begging is done for his purification, and people are interested in having a Brahmana come to the doorstep and, wow, a chance for me to give charity. That was how it was. So, but amazingly, he couldn't get anybody that day to get something. It was Krishna's doing. And in the meantime, at home, his wife was waiting. Why is he taking so long? He said he will, get the bhiksha and I could cook up something. But instead, two boys came, one dark and one fair. This is a story. You must have heard about it. You heard the story? Yeah. So they came there and they said that, is this the house of so-and-so? She said, yeah. And he said, this is all to be delivered to you. And they were bearing like a palanquin, this thing they were holding, and they had big supplies of vegetables, groceries, ghee, rice, wheat, and everything. And these two boys were strained a lot home, carrying this weight. So they were so nice looking also. She got very attracted to them, had a very motherly affection for them, and said, why didn't you come inside? He said, no, we don't want to. He is a rude man. He's very rude. When we said we couldn't carry it, see, he beat us up. He whipped us and asked us to. He said, my husband won't do that. And she was thinking. And she said, anyway, come in. I want to give you something. So they bought all the supplies, and then they were hanging and playing around, and she cooked up something for them, and they ate with great energy and enthusiasm, and they said that you are better than your husband. You're better than your husband, right? And they went away. And as soon as they went away, the Brahmin came back. And the Brahmin came back, and he was saying, I got nothing today. I think we should fast today. And she looked at him and said, how rude you could be. He said, what? And what is all this? Where did you get all these supplies from? He said, you're the one who sent those two boys, no? I didn't send any two boys. I didn't get anything anywhere. I'm coming barehanded. Nothing happened. What two boys? And then they said that you beat them. I said, no. And then it struck him. It struck him like nothing. He said that it's because of me doubting Krishna. And I underlined on the Bhagavad-gita, which is Krishna himself. And they have shown that on the back, saying that, see, you're so rude, doesn't have faith that I look after him from moment to moment. Everything I provide. He doesn't have faith, so here it is. Take it. And so he cried out loudly and said, my dear wife, I didn't have faith, so I couldn't get to see them. But you, with your simple faith, you were able to see them. They were both the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna and Balarama have come to the house and they have delivered. And then he went to his book and saw the line had disappeared. What he had underlined? It had disappeared. And then he sat down crying that how foolish of me. You made this statement in the Bhagavad-gita, you will look after, and it happens. It's my faith that distances me from that. When I don't have faith in that, it doesn't happen like that. Right? So even small things in life, a devotee as he advances in his faith, adhau shraddha tata sadhu sangha ata bhajana kriya, many things happen in his life. And it is not dependent on whether physically certain things happen or don't. They happen or don't, his faith increases irrespective of that. Something amazing as an experience happens to him. So I think that the fact that we don't get something is also an arrangement. The fact that we get something is also an arrangement of the Lord, because He wants us to mature in our dependence on Him and in our Krishna consciousness. Throughout history, you will see that in the Bhagavat also, these stories. Sudama, poverty. Like the story of Sudama, you can see poverty-stricken Sudama. So you will see many stories, and for all these great devotees, their faith in Krishna was not dependent on certain things in the material world happening or not happening. That's my short answer to long answer to your short question. Yeah, any other comment or question? It's a great place. Could be self-realized here very fast. Then the city and the town buzzing with. Okay? Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu দয়া করো রে শ্রীকৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু দয়া করো রে তোমা বিনা হে দয়ালু জগত সংসারে সমপাতিত প্রভু ন পাইবে আর শ্রীকৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু দয়া করো মনে তোমা পিনকে দয়ালু জগত সংসারে পতিত পাবন হেতু তব অবতার বসমোপাতিত প্রভু ন পাইবে আর শ্রীকৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু দয়া করো মনে তোমা পিনকে দয়ালু জগত সংসারে হা হা প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ প্রেমানন্দ সুখী কৃপা বলো কানা করো আমি বড় দুঃখী শ্রীকৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু দয়া করো মোরে তোমা পিনকে দয়ালু জগত সংসারে দয়া করো সীতাপতি অদ্বৈত গোসাই তব কৃপা বলে পাই চৈতন্য নিতাই। শ্রী কৃষ্ণ চৈতন্য প্রভু দয়া করো মনে। তোমা বিনা কে দয়ালু জগত সংসারে। আহা স্বরূপ সনাতন রূপ রঘুনাথ। ভাত যুগা শ্রীজীব প্রভু লোকনাথ।